Hi, I'm Nick. Welcome to Mutiny Asia. This video is part of our Accelerator series, where we look at those critical business factors that contribute to successful companies. This must be one of the most overused terms in business: aim high. But although familiarity may have watered down its impact, there's an important cognitive bias taking place. It's called the anchoring effect. It's real, it's everywhere, and its impact is enormous. It can make or break your business. The phrase appears in various disguises. The earliest one that I could find was by this chap, George Herbert, in a poem called The Church Porch, first published in 1633. Pitch thy behaviour low, thy projects high, so shalt thou humble and magnanimous be. Sink not in spirit. Who aimeth at the sky shoots higher much than he that means a tree. A grain of glory mixed with humbleness cures both a fever and lethargicness. Or, alternatively, take the advice of this lady, Britney Spears, who observed, "That's my whole philosophy. Shoot for the moon. If I don't make that, I can land amongst the stars." But as I mentioned, aim high is more than just a trite aphorism. It's about what makes people tick. So what is the anchoring effect? In simple terms, it means that people will rely heavily on the first piece of information they receive when making decisions. Since later judgments are made by adjusting away from the anchor point, the anchor becomes the most important factor in establishing value. We encounter this regularly in everyday life, from estate agents who show you a premium property and a shed before the perfect solution, used car salespeople starting with a Ferrari, and restaurants that start with a 3-figure tasting menu before letting you see the more accessibly priced main courses. It works for both fast facts and figures and for qualitative evaluations. In the early 70s, 2 researchers called Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman tested a group of volunteers by asking them to make a complex maths calculation in only 5 seconds. Clearly, it wasn't enough time to get it right, so best guess was all that was required. The first group was asked to calculate 1 times 2 times 3 all the way up to 8. The second group was asked to calculate 8 times 7 times 6 all the way down to 1. The correct answer is the same for both, 40,320. But the first group answers averaged only 512 and the second group 2,250. Why? Because starting low had fundamentally altered the expectations of the audience. Maybe you could try it yourself. Your mileage may vary. A second test demonstrated the importance of emotional context and visibility. When asked which group of Americans were happier, Californians or Midwesterners, audiences valued the visible components of sunshine and an easygoing lifestyle in California over the less visible factors such as low crime and safety from natural disasters of the Midwest. Audiences believed, incorrectly, that Californians were happier. So what does this mean for an effective business? In short, when setting goals, create a context that people are familiar with. Start high and stay high. Make sure they're visible. Leverage positive emotional components, ensure they're plausible, and ensure that they are memorable. Share them once and share them again. Don't sweat it if you can't achieve all of them at first. It's the overall outcome that counts. If you shoot for the stars and end up on the moon, you're still on higher ground. Remember, if all else fails, you can rely on the sound advice of Britney Spears. And that's why aim high is second on our list of critical business factors. If you've got hints and tips for your own formula for success, please send them right through. We'll add them to the collection and credit you for your advice. Thanks for watching.